Hey guys, welcome back. I appreciate everyone that's been listening, either listening or watching on YouTube. You also could find me on YouTube. The the channel's called Shane Complains, just like this podcast called Shane Complains. Today's topic is pretty much gonna piggyback off of what I spoke about last time, and that's about positivity and negativity. I really feel there's a lot of people have been more negative and more negative on themselves and about life and about everything. But the main reason why I want to talk about this is what I heard. I think it was yesterday. This is a YouTuber called Ninja, and I occasionally watch stuff on YouTube from him or any other person about video games and stuff like that. And he's a video game YouTuber, and I'll watch it because I don't really play video games that much, but I like to see it, see what's out there or whatever. But anyway, it's just what he said that really got me thinking. Not really thinking, but I just want to talk about it really, just because I already some of this, I knew this, and I just want to let you guys know this. So he talked about how Ellen DeGeneres, how she's so nice, she's so sweet. She's always helping people, donating and giving away stuff. I mean, she has a lot of money. He has a lot of money himself too, and he gives away a lot too. But he said something that really I want to share with you guys, and he said it's easy to be negative. It's easy to be negative, and it's a lot harder to be positive. And he's very, very, very right about that. He's very right about that. And why he's right about that is the fact that being negative is like you pretty much don't have to do much. It doesn't take much muscles even in your face to smile or to frown, to be negative. So you can just be looking at somebody, not just even smile, not even saying hello, walking right past them. That's negative. That the way you walk, like you slouching and all that kind of stuff. That's a sign of you have a negative attitude. So that's why it's so easy to be negative. And plus, let's say you have a lot of crap going on, a lot of negative things going on in your life. So it'll be easier to pretty much spread that negativity instead of actually like say, let me, put it aside. Let's say you go to work. You have a lot of negative crap going on in your life, so you bring it to work with you. As you walk through that door, you bring that negative energy with you, and you spread it around with your coworkers or with your customers you might have, or whatever, and you just keep spreading that around, that negative energy, and until everybody gets it, then everybody has a bad day. Not only you, everybody has a bad day. But if you want to take the hard way, do the hard thing to do. I mean, and that's be positive. Say you got a lot of crap, you're back on your bills. I mean, you're late on your bills or whatever the case may be. That's what's going on in the outside world. But when you go into work, as soon as you go through that door, you're smiling, saying hello. You're walking with more of your shoulders held high, heads up. You're making eye contact with people. Like I said, saying hi to them. Whether it's co-worker or customers, and then if you think about it, that's a lot harder to do for some people. It's easier to just carry that negativity with you all throughout the day. But if you're positive, if you're negative, have a negative stuff going on, a lot of crap going on, but yet you bring that positive energy with you. I mean, into work, or even if it's not in work, maybe you have a lot of stuff going on, but you know what? Not saying holding it inside. It's not good to hold stuff inside. But let's say you're out, you see a bill. It's 30 days late or whatever the case may be. But instead of like lashing out on somebody, like maybe your wife or your husband or whatever, or your kids, something like that, just take a deep breath and, look at the bright side of things and think about the positive side of things, and not smile that you got 30 days to pay your bill or whatever the case may be, but you try to figure it out. You take a deep breath, try to figure it out. And that's a lot harder for people to do. Try to figure stuff out, and not, just be negative about it, and not try to figure it out, not try to like talk to your wife, talk to your spouse, talk to people about it, and then try to formulate a plan of attack. It's easier to just sulk, try to blame people, point fingers, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's my boss, he's not giving me enough hours, it's this, it's that. Try to point fingers, but actually look at yourself and, what can I do to figure it out? What can I do? So that's an example of problems most people have. The majority of problems that people have is money related. Let's be honest. It's money related. Could be, not could be, it definitely, could be relationships too, but it's money related. But what could you do to solve that problem? Are you gonna blame somebody else, or are you gonna pick up more shifts, get another job, or whatever the case may be? Some people don't want to do that. But anyway, back to what I was saying though. It's much easier to be negative and a lot harder to be positive, because there is a lot of negative stuff, a lot of possibilities to be negative, in this world right now. In America, there's so much negative stuff going on, and the sexism, the racism, all this kind of stuff going on. It's ugly. But it is a lot harder to actually smile, look at the bright side of things. Besides the fact, yes, you're alive, but you might have a job where someone else might not have a job. You might have this where, some people can have a cup, like, the what you call it, the metaphor, the cup is half empty, but some people can have a quarter of the cup missing, but see it as it's empty. Or even have a full cup, but see it as empty. But some people out there see an empty cup. An absolutely empty cup. There's not one drop of water, one drop of anything in that cup. But see, you know what? I see possibility. I see opportunity. And actually, that's something what I learned from watching Gary Vee, listening to Gary Vee. He's another YouTuber, and he does podcasts too. And he said that to me, and it's, it really hit home. For me, I just see the cup as half empty. But for him to say, some people see a cup that's empty and don't see it as, hopelessness or whatever, negativity. They see it as possibility and opportunity. And a lot of people don't realize that. To me, my opinion, because this is about my opinions, this is how podcast is, I think if you're born in America, or if you're in America, you have opportunity. Not saying there should be nothing to be negative about. There is, of course. But there's so much possibility and opportunity in this country than anywhere else in the world. But people don't see it. They only want to sulk. They take the easy way out. They sulk. They point fingers. They try to blame everybody else. But look in the mirror and say, you know what? I need to fix this. These are my issues. These are my problems. I need to fix them. I need to sort them out. And I deal with that. I'm in management now, and I'm seeing that. Because before, when I was working, I just worked, did what I had to do, be on my merry way, work, just left, But now I have to stay a little bit longer, do a little bit more hours, and try to help people, help my, now I guess I want to say subordinates, but help my employees, I guess. I don't like to use the word boss, but technically I'm a boss now. But I have to help them not only build their business and make more money, but I have to let them realize that there are going to be downs. There are going to be negative stuff happening, bad stuff's going to happen, but you have to realize there's still opportunity for you. As long as you keep on working and keep your head up and focus on what you're doing and do the little stuff. Sometimes it's just doing those little insignificant stuff that makes a big difference. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just want to see the goal. They see the goal. They see what they want, the big picture, everything. Like, for instance, they see what I've accomplished and they want that, but they didn't see what I did. But if I tell them what I did, if I tell them the steps I took to get where I'm at, they don't want to take those little steps. They want the fast route. They want the fast route change. How do you do it? Come on, be honest with me. Tell me what you did. I tell them tell them honestly what I did. Cause I don't like to bullshit people. I be honest with people, and I tell them. And even at times, I tell them what they're doing wrong. Sometimes they don't want to hear it, but if I tell them sometimes and they listen to me, but listening is different from hearing. Some people can hear but don't actually. Different. Yeah, I was saying different. Listening is different from hearing. So some people can hear me but don't listen to me or listen to people. They pretty much hear the words that are being said, but they don't listen and interpret it and understand it. So that's what usually happens. That's what usually happens with people, and it's a shame, but people don't realize. Like I said, I wasn't born here. I wasn't born in America, but there's a lot of opportunities here, and I took advantage of those opportunities to the point where, I'm 32 years old. I have my own house. Bought it on my own, did it by myself. But there's a lot of opportunities this government offers that help me with that. I mean, I want to do a podcast about that, explaining that eventually down the line. But right now, there's a lot of opportunities. I wasn't born here. I came up here when I was 4 years old. But people don't see that. People don't see the opportunities that are there in this country. If you're born in this country, or even if you're born in this country, you have a bigger leap. But if you come to this country, if you're here, legally, or whatever, there's a lot of possibility, a lot of opportunities for you. But you don't see it because you always see the glass as being empty and there's nothing I can do. But there's a lot of things you can do. Positivity is always key. People feed off of positivity. If you don't have a job, you go in a job interview. If you're down, if you're sulky, if you don't look good, all the different things people pay attention to. That first impression means so much to people. But people don't realize if you go in an interview, your shoulders are up, head is high, confident handshake. You talk with confidence. And you do what you have to do. You say what you mean and mean what you say. I always tell people that I always say what I mean and mean what I say. Don't bullshit people. But people can read. Some people can read and see that bullshit. Some people can see that crap. But if you go in an interview confident, if you don't get the job, you don't get the job. If you don't get the sale, don't get whatever the case may be. If you don't get something doesn't go your way, always remember. My business mentor told me this. Every no you receive is closest to another yes, or closest to a yes. So take it as a no, even if you're asking a girl out. If she says no, okay, keep it moving. Go to the next one. Of a guy, whatever the case may be. If it's a no, it's closest to a yes. Always remember that. Okay, just don't sulk, don't get down on yourself and oh crap, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I mean, yeah, there's times you want to self-analyze. Like, what am I doing wrong? But don't just dwell on those things that are wrong. If it's something that, if you like, say, this is to the extreme, but say, something that you're doing wrong is you're doing drugs. That's something you have to fix. If it's something like something that's minor, that's something that, I don't know, like you like the color blue instead of red like everybody else likes. Not everyone's gonna like that. Not everyone's gonna be like that. But find somebody else that likes the color blue or likes the color red or whatever the case may be. You can't please everybody. You can't always expect you're going to be in the in crowd or whatever the case may be. Just do what's best. Do what's right for you. Self-analyze yourself. And, if I'm not doing anything wrong, not hurting anybody, not hurting myself, go to the next one. Go to the next plan. Go to the next sale. Just move on. Don't dwell on don't dwell on what people are saying about negative about you, or don't dwell on certain things that are negative. Unless it's something that you have to fix it. Maybe you're not, I don't know, maybe you're not, eating right or something like that. Maybe I need to eat right. That's something I can fix. That's something no one else can really change or whatever but me. Do that. But don't dwell on little things that, that don't need to be dwelled on. Oh, my nose is crooked or something like that. People don't like me because of that. I didn't get the job because of, like, some people do that stuff, and I don't know, but I can go on and on, but I don't want to ramble. We've already been 15 minutes already, but all I'm saying, guys, be more positive. It's tough, it's hard. I mean, sometimes I find myself like, damn, man, all this negativity, like all these problems that I have, you know what? I have to look at the brighter side. Sometimes it actually takes me to go to bed. I go to bed at night, whatever the case, whatever issue I was facing that day. And you know what? I think about it a little bit, dwell on it. I don't show it as much. I'm very good at not showing it. But I go to bed, I wake up, I feel better. Because usually by the end of the day, I kind of, if depending on what time it happened at the end of the day, I sleep, wake up, and it's gone. I don't really think about it as much anymore. If it's something serious, of course, I have to problem solve, do what I have to do. But if I did something wrong, whatever, I have to apologize to somebody, I do, and then move on. I usually sleep, go to sleep, and I'm fine the next day. Because you're wasting time dwelling on something negative when you could be doing something more positive. And that something positive could be helping you make more money, being a better person, showing love to somebody significant to you, maybe your kids or whatever. You're wasting time being negative when you could be doing something positive in your life and in somebody else's life that's in your life. So don't waste your time with the negativity. It's easy to be negative, but it's a waste of time. And time is not something we can get back. Time is something that doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter how much power you have, you cannot get back time you lost. So don't waste your time with your negative crap. Focus on a positive, because a positive helps build you up, helps you show love to your significant others in your family, and just over your overall development as a person. It helps you. So I mean, I'm gonna wrap this thing up, but I hope you guys get the point I was saying. I mean, I was pretty much rambling a lot more than I usually do, but I also hope I hit home and I help a lot of you guys out with this. Just focus on the positivity, guys. It's a lot easy to be negative. Don't take the easy way out. Focus on the positive. Yes, do the hard way. Just take a deep breath. Any problem you have, take a deep breath, because that's something I learned I have to do. I cannot show emotions when one of my I guess workers or whatever do something stupid or whatever, and I'm saying to myself, what the hell? I can't act on that. I can say it in my head like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't do that. I have to be, I can't show that negative response. I have to show more positivity. Say, hey, you did this. This is what you could have done. In this situation, this is what I cannot do that. I'm used to that. I've been doing that for a long time. But I've been able to transition from doing that. But if you show a negative response or whatever, they're gonna be, crap. They're gonna have a negative reaction to you, or it could be they yell back at you, or they have a negative response by not working properly, not doing what they have to do the right way, and then they have some ill will towards you or whatever. But if you have a more positive response, and not like, oh my God, what the hell you doing? If you can say that in your head, but don't regurgitate that, or don't act on those initial feelings. That's what I'm learning. So more positivity, being more positive actually will help you so much more. Doesn't matter what level you're working at. Doesn't matter, who you are. If you're working in the mailroom, if you're working taking out garbage or whatever the case may be, if you have a positive mindset, if you're smiling, it will lead to better things for you. Lead to so much better things for you. All right, guys. Anyway, thanks for listening. And I appreciate the people that continue listening to me, and on either on Facebook, either on this podcast, Anchor, or on YouTube. I'm gonna try to be consistent with these. These are easier for me to talk about because I do want to help people. I do want to pretty much express to people, tell my story. of where I came from, all the things I've been through, to where I'm at now. And I know that what I've been through um, is a lot. It could be a lot worse to some people. Like some people probably been through a lot worse than me, but I'm here now. I made it this far, and I want to help people to get, even though they might have had to deal with what I have to deal with. I mean, some problems that some people have, like, I don't see as a problem. I just see as, whatever. But some people need that pick me up sometimes, at times. Everyone does. I do too. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening, and I hope you all having a good one. Like I said, guys, stay positive, be positive, and positive things will happen. Okay, guys? Anyway, guys, have a good one. Take care. Bye.